out here after 30 years, yeah, I ain't got nothing, but I'm gonna have something because I'm rich in personality, you know, and I'm rich in love. My family love me, and that's really all that counts.
Shout out to everybody out there on Team Banky Pound, man. I appreciate the love. Bam, 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 boom, 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 boom. Appreciate the support. 33, we out here, 33 years of prison stories, man. We rolling, we back in the mix. Appreciate everybody who been supporting me, rocking with me, man, pushing this movement, man. We gonna keep it rolling, We can't stop, won't stop. We out here. We out here, TBP, we out here. Today, man, I wanted to do a reaction, man. Trey be sending me these videos that he see, and he be wanting me to react to him, man. Shout out Hollywood Trail, you know, working hard behind the scenes. So I'm gonna check it out, man, because the title alone is something that I think I know what I might gonna see. It says Prison Fashion Show, very creative. So let's see. I know for a fact they very, very creative in there. So let's see what we got going on. Yeah, that was crazy, man. That was crazy creative, man. I seen stuff like that before. Yeah, that's wild though. But he putting that thing together. It looked like they in a like a dorm, so maybe it's a road camp or something. But you have to understand the creativity that comes with doing that. That's number one. Number two, you got to understand he did all of that by hand, man. Needle and thread. I'm talking about the old needle and thread. No sewing machine, no none of that. Straight needle and thread, man. And he using material like what we got in there, like, you know, sheets, pillowcases, somebody's pajamas, you know, anything you get, state pants, state coat, you know, that's creative, man. That's creative. And then they'll take certain stuff and they'll dye it. They get to change the color. To change the color. So when you consider all of that, man, you can see the creativity. You can see what dudes be able to create, and they got it right now in the trenches. Dudes can come up with that stuff, man, just because they deny so much. And then you got dudes that's locked up. Even though they locked up, man, they still got their pride. They take pride in how they look. They take pride in how they dress, because it's a mindset. When you lose your mindset, man, and you just be like, I'm in prison. And you got a lot of dudes like that. Trust me. Man, you got dudes that they locked up. They just don't care, man. They don't even want to get up out of the bed. They don't brush their teeth. They don't comb their hair. They don't try to straighten their clothes up, iron their clothes, press them or nothing. They just be, throw them on, go, like a fireman. We call them fireman in there. They just wrinkled all up in there. They don't care. You know what I'm saying? They don't even care. Even dudes that don't go iron their clothes, a lot of dudes fold their clothes in a certain type of way and put them up under the mattress and sleep on them, and they jive like press them themselves and get the wrinkles out. But you got some dudes don't even do that, man. They go straight from the launch. You know what I'm saying? Put it on how it is, up 10,000 gazillion wrinkles in them, and that's how they rolling, because they feel like, man, I'm in prison. I ain't tripping. You know what I'm saying? I ain't going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? But what you don't understand is that's creating your mindset. Because like I say, anything you do over long periods of time, man, it becomes, a routine. That routine becomes a habit. That habit becomes a lifestyle. So if you continue to do something, then you done change your whole makeup. Even if you get released next year, the year after, whatever. If you've been doing these certain things for a certain amount of time, then when you get out, that's your mindset. That's your mindset. You ain't gonna wanna iron your clothes. You ain't gonna wanna, look neat. You ain't gonna wanna look presentable. Even though your location has changed, your mindset has got to change. So that's why I say even though your location changed when you go to prison, you gotta keep your mindset like, I am who I am. And I'm gonna take pride in what I do. I'm gonna take pride in how I look. I'm gonna take pride in how I dress, no matter what, even if it's, some cheap bummy clothes, you got to make them look good. Clothes don't make the man make the clothes. So but for a dude to be that creative in there, man, tells you easily. In my mind, I think it's transferable. I think a dude like that can come out and be a fashion designer, man. Easy, because he has the insight, he has the knowledge, he has the foresight to see things and then create them and make them come to life. Do you know how many man hours it take to do that, man? Do you know how many things have to come into play? How many, pieces of material has to be gathered? How many, man, it's just amazing. And you got dudes in there like that, man. I've had all types of stuff made by dudes when I was in there, man. I've had, shorts made. I've had shirts, pajamas, coats, sweatpants. Everything, man. I've had it all, man. You know what I'm saying? Just because, I wanted to support the hustle. Plus, some of the stuff they make be better than the stuff that we allowed to buy. You know what I'm saying? That we allowed to buy. That's square business. But even the crazy part about that is, dudes will go spend their money and buy all of this stuff from these people. And when you buy them, it's crazy because it's contraband. And when you get them hating police, they'll just take it from you soon as they see it. Soon as they see it and acknowledge it, they go, oh, that's been altered, let me get that. Or they're going to give you a contraband charge. Sometimes they want to take it and give you a contraband charge. You see what I'm saying? That's the nature of that environment, man. It's crazy, man. The way they'll hate on you, man, and you ain't even got nothing, man. You locked up and everything, but yeah, they'll hate on you, man. They'll go, oh, this contraband, that's, they'll try to ruin your little happiness, man. They don't want to see you, smiling or seemingly doing good, so it's wild, man. But the thing about it, to me, that I get out of something like that is, just the entrepreneurship of an individual, the things that's brought out of him once he in those positions. Now, you take a dude that can create a fashion show like that and create all of that stuff under those conditions, doing the things that he got to do, all of that, man. Just imagine what he could do out here if he had the resources. If he had the resources and he had the opportunity. You know what I'm saying? He could have a whole clothing line out here that's just booming when he had real material to work with instead of scraps, instead of pieces, instead of, whatever he could throw together. Look what he come up with. Look at the creativity in his brain. You see what I'm saying? So prison will make you, dig into your bag. But that's the crazy part about it is that we have this stuff in us. But we don't realize it until we're under pressure. We don't realize it till we under force, and it's forcing us to bring this out to survive. Because you gotta eat in prison. Literally and figuratively, you gotta eat in prison. You know what I'm saying? Because ain't nobody giving you nothing. So when you got your back against the wall, that's when all your creativity come out. Oh, what can I do? Oh, yeah, I always wanted to sew. Oh, I always wanted to design. Well, let me try to do that now. Because this might help me get this or this might help me get that. And then they do it. And look at that, man. I'm talking about a needle and a thread. And this is the crazy part. The thread you got to get out of a sheet, man. You got to unthread a sheet. You got to unthread some stuff out of a pillow. You got to unthread some stuff out of a mattress. You understand me? And come up with this stuff, man. Some dudes have to make a needle. Literally, they have to make a needle. Yeah, and they do this, man, with scraps and pieces of old material and everything else and say, man, boom, I can make you this, I can make you that. And they're efficient in their own time. Yes, man, I have it for you in 2 days. Or I have, you know what I'm saying? And they get money. They getting paid for that stuff, man. And if you look at that stuff right there, you saw something, yeah, that stuff kind of fly. You know what I'm saying? And there are times that by being in the penitentiary, it's extra fly. It's extra fly. They used to take steak coats and design them, man, make them look like, something that you would want to wear, because the regular one, it don't look like nothing you ever want to put on. But they do all of that. You know what I'm saying? So the creative mind in dudes, man, and the ideas that have been stolen out of prison, man, it's incredible, man. I was just telling dudes the other day, how when they had the do-rags, whenever do-rags first came out, and you tied all the way around your head and boom, 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 and got the long piece hanging in the back, right? So eventually they came up with the wave cap where you just, pull it on and it got the waistband around it, because dudes was complaining about tying it up and having this line all the way around their head. Well, let me tell you something, and I think I said this in one of these videos before. I can remember when I first was in prison, man, early in prison, man. Early, man, I think maybe like late 80s, early 90s, when I got in prison and I saw dudes walking around with the wave cap pulled down on their head and had the Fruit of Balloon waistband around it. So they wouldn't have to tie it up or nothing, and the back part had been cut off. Dudes would take a regular wave cap, cut the back off, use the extra material and make one and put a band on and make two. You know what I'm saying? It creative. So my thing was, man, you walking around with some drawers on your head. But what happened? What happened years later, decades later? Man, they got them out here, designers, but the only difference is they have Versace, they have Gucci, they have Prada. They'll put a design on it, but I promise you somebody stole that from prison. I promise you somebody stole that idea from prison, because I seen that in prison in the late 80s, early 90s, before these things was even out. Now you go in any hair store or any place that sells those, they're going to be like one of the top sellers. Somebody got multi-millions, possibly billions off of that idea, and it was taken from prison. It was taken from prison. Another idea I seen in prison before it came to fruition was, how the athletes be out here and they be working out and they be jogging and stuff, and they got this thing on their arm that hold their phone or hold their whatever, their player or whatever, and they use that to jog so they can be hands-free. Man, dudes was making that in prison for Walkmans. They was making that for Walkmans. They was making that for CD players and stuff where you could be hands-free. And y'all, they had them in prison. Waist, everything. They had them in prison. Early 90s. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they had those. So I believe a lot of dudes that work there, they see a lot of creativity. They see a lot of things that, that can be monetized. And it ain't like they gonna say, hey man, we just going business with you. No, they take it out there to their friends or they pass it on, they give it to somebody else, and somebody else takes that idea and run with it. And somebody else becomes rich off of it and you get nothing out of it. And it just becomes still something that's going on in the penitentiary. But out here in the real world, it's been monetized. It's been capitalized off of. But, you know, this is what's happening, man. Prison, you know, is being extorted in more ways than one, man. Their ideas, their creativity, you know, their livelihood. It's just everything is being, you know, sucked up out of you while you're in prison, man. You know, bottom of the bottom. That's where you at when you in there. And people will take advantage of you. They'll steal your mind, body, and soul, man. You know, because I know these ideas came out of prison. They had to, because before they was famous, no, you know what I'm saying, I had already seen them. You know, and if I'm sure if I thought some more, I'd come up with some more things that I have seen that is now popular out here. You know, now it's famous out here. Now somebody that got richer off of out here. But it was already going on in the penitentiary. You know, so, you know, like I say, man, when you in those positions and you crossed up like that and you're back against the wall, you know, you'll come out with anything. You can come out with any skill that you have. You may have dudes getting locked up and they ain't got no income. They ain't got nobody sending them no bread, no nothing. So they'll say, man, well, what can I do? What can I do that's safe? Oh, I always did like this. So I always did think I can, you know, design clothes. Well, now you ain't got nothing but time. So they sit down and they go in their lab and they experiment and they go, oh, I can do this. And they come up with things just like this fashion show that y'all just seen. They come up with these ideas, man. And I'm telling you, man, that stuff right there that you seen, that's amazing, man. If you knew what they starting with, what they starting from, the things they have, man, they got to get a razor blade. They ain't got no scissors. They got to get a razor blade. They got, and everything they use, everything is contraband. You get caught with a razor, that's contraband. You get caught cutting up the clothes, the state coats, the sheets. That's called destruction of state property. You know what I'm saying? All of this stuff is charged, but they take all of these risks just to be creative, just to make some money. Just, you know what I'm saying? So, man, you gotta applaud them for that, man. You gotta applaud them for that. You got to applaud them for that, man, because some magnificent brains in prison, man. Some magnificent creative brains, man, that hopefully, if ever given an opportunity, they can show the world what they can do. You know, they can show the world, man. There's some dudes in there that I've met that's you know, ultra brilliant, man. They just, you know, they just stuck. They stuck in the penitentiary. They stuck in a certain position that they can't get out of. You know, but this is why we preach all the time over here on TBP, man, to be safe, be smart, make good decisions, man. Because certain things you cannot reverse, certain things you can't get out of once you already in them. You know, and that's the part that the kids need to understand. That's the part that they need to realize. Your mama and daddy getting you out of all of these things, but now you getting ready to be coming to adulthood, and it's gonna be certain mistakes you made that's not allowed. It's not allowed, and it can't be fixed like that. It can't be fixed by mama. It can't be fixed by daddy. It's gonna leave you on stuck, maybe forever, decades, or either way too long out of society, out of the real world. So yeah, man. So kudos to them dudes, man, from the trenches, in the trenches, whatever they the exact title name was, but yeah, he doing this thing, man. So salute to the king, man, and you know, hopefully he'll get a chance at his liberation and get out here and can, you know, take this thing to the next level. Because obviously got talent. Obviously, you know, but yeah, all of this is a part of the penitentiary though, man. It's part of the process, man, to trying to, you know, understand, man, that your life would never be the same again once you cross them doors, man. Once you cross that threshold, man, your life would never be the same again, you know, and you got to go straight into survival mode. You know, straight into whatever it takes, whatever skill you have, whatever skill set you have, whatever mindset you have, this is going to determine, you know, how you're going to fare in prison, you know, because it's unpredictable, you know, very, very unpredictable. But yeah, y'all let me know in the comments, man, what y'all think about them clothes. Would you wear them? Would you wear them? I know you would in prison, because I'm telling you, it's going to be flyer than anything you can get. But, you know, just what y'all think about the creativity, man, you know. So let me know if y'all want to see more things like this, man. Shout out to Hollywood Trail, man, for sending me that clip, man. It was, yeah, it was entertaining, man, and it was, you know, a little flashback for me. So, anyway, man, in the meantime, in between time, man, y'all be safe, be smart, make good decisions, man. We out here. 33 years of prison stories. We rolling, man. We rolling, man. And by all means, y'all, boom, 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 huh? Y'all duck them hooks, man. Summertime coming.
The Banky special.
Yeah.
Pure deliciousness.
Pure deliciousness, man. My name is Banky, man. Everybody calls me Banky. That's the name that I got from my grandmother when I was young. I'm coming out here after 30 years. Yeah, I ain't got nothing, but I'm gonna have something because I'm rich in personality, you know, and I'm rich in love. My family love me, and that's really all that counts.